Sup everyone, Draco Evolve here. Luton Town versus Manchester United in the Carabao Cup. Is that what we call it these days? Anyway, the question is it important to win this game, or is it more important to rest some of the players, especially given the fact what happened in the last game for Manchester United? Let's find out. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for joining in. I do everything related to Manchester United, whether it's transfer news, speculation, match reviews and previews. Obviously, last week or so, I couldn't really update my channel because we had a baby and spent some time with the baby adjusting to new life. But slowly getting there, that's how it works. Also, just so you know, I do or will be streaming every Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 5 PM GMT. The channel link is popping up on your screen right now, I believe. Now, let's jump right in. Luton Town versus Manchester United in the EFL Cup. It is the third round tie. Bit of a stark contrast in what is happening with both teams' season so far. Look, Luton Town are third in the championship, right? They are no pushovers. They beat Reading, who are currently first in the championship, in the second round to get through to the third round. They've had in the league 2 games so far and won both the games really. So they are in a bit of a decent, good form, you can say. They are match sharp, tactically aware, very well organized team. They did grab a couple of late winners in the match against Derby and Reading. So it just goes to show that they do carry a threat right until the end. Contrast to Manchester United, we've looked lethargic, we looked unprepared in our first game. Tactically, not good enough in my opinion. The players we had on the field did not perform the best. In fact, most of the players was utterly poor. We're not looking very good in the transfer window. We had teams around us that is strengthening their challenge for the Premier League title, or at least the top 4. We look very unprepared. We've had issues with obviously Maguire, Greenwood over the summer, and the out of form Pogba, who's just come back from he was infected by the virus. So you can see in the game earlier yesterday or day before yesterday, depending on when you're watching this video, by the way, that Pogba wasn't in the best of games. Rashford, since his injury, since he's come back in March, I believe, he hasn't looked the same either. It does look like a difficult tie. But the question I pose to you guys as well, the players are clearly tired, right? So is it better to give them a rest and forget about the EFL Cup or the Carabao Cup, whatever you want to call it these days? Or is it important to get a win under our match radar, you can say, to kind of kickstart our season just a little bit? Personally, for me, I'll ask for 50-50, rest half of the team and still go for the win. So in saying that, here is my match predicted lineup for Manchester United. So as you can see, I went for a 4-3-3 formation, right? I went for Henderson in goal. I think Henderson deserves at least a match, being a EFL Cup, bit of a rotation. On the right side of the defense, I went for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Now he is tired, as far as I know. He has been tired, and he did miss the opener in the Premier League. However, he was in contention to play, but I don't believe he played the full match. But I'm going to go for Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Harry Maguire, Eric Bailly and Luke Shaw. You can see the back 4 I chose pretty much to be what I expect going into this remainder of the season, you can say, because it is better to have a settled back 4 than a chop and change back 4. I took off Lindelof because I think he was a disaster class in our loss against Crystal Palace. And I do believe that Eric Bailly does deserve a chance or a run in the first team, assuming he doesn't get injured, that is. In terms of the midfield option, I went for Donny van der Beek, Matic and Fred. Loads of rotation here. I think it's important that we rest and not risk the further injuries or further fitness levels of, say, Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes, who's worked his socks off defensively in the last game. But bringing in experience such as Matic going in, a bit of calm, composed passing from him, a lot of experience as well, which will help the team in this tie, and as well as our new signing Donny van der Beek, who I felt was very good when he came on. He was composed, his passing was simple, he arrived in the box at the right time, he looked like a real threat versus the other midfielders or the strikers that we had. Next to him, I think Fred deserves a bit of a chance. I think he should have really started, in my opinion, ahead of McTominay in Crystal Palace. I think he offers a bit more mobility. He's the ball carrier. He can carry the ball from the midfield into the final third. I think the midfield three is going to be a bit of a change for me, full rotation, because we have the midfielders. Let's not count Andres Pereira, by the way. Up front, I opted for Greenwood on the right, or on the left, James and Igalo. I think the reason behind me choosing James, like, get this, is he's in a bit of a dip in form. He's been like that for a very long time. And I think he needs a bit of a confidence booster, right? He was taken off in the last game against Crystal Palace. And I feel that if he has a good game against Luton Town, and gets a goal or an assist, it will do wonders for his morale, right? His confidence will skyrocket or start trending up. And we all know, half of the time, especially for attacking players, confidence is key. You know, getting into the dangerous boxes, dangerous positions, you know, running behind defense, taking the shot or the pass at the right time. These are not just technical attributes, but I believe they are confidence related as well. And at the moment, James for me is not there in terms of confidence, so I went for that. Greenwood, obviously he came on as a sub, and I think he's fit enough to play. Let the kid train, let the kid play a few games to kind of develop himself as well. And I think he has a point to prove this season, especially what happened during the summer. And Igalo up front, I think, is the right choice for the striker position. I think he deserves a bit of a run in as well. But that's my predicted lineup. Let me know your thoughts, what you think should be your predicted lineup. Do you agree with this lineup, or do you feel that we're going to go for a totally different change, a lot of youths, whatever? Let me know in the comments below. Boom. Just like that, the scene has kind of changed a little bit. Had to wait for the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's press conference. So did the first half the day before, and obviously the second half on the day itself. But anyway, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been talking exclusively to Manchester United in regards to the game, and I'm going to read you out. You'll see some of the quotes in the screen coming up. He did confirm that he's going to make some changes. He did go on to say, of course we will. For some it's the preseason, and for some they've only been here for a week now for different reasons. Some of them need game time. They do, and we can see we're lacking in sharpness. We just need to make the most of the training sessions and the games we have. He did also confirm that there is no fresh injury concerns, which is a good thing, but he did also confirm that a lot of people, or a lot of players, you can say, do need I'm just getting my stuff messed up, but do need game time, because for a lot of them it is pre-season. Most of them did not train as much. They've just been shoved in, so this game does sort of work for them in terms of fitness level. He did go on to say some after the game will do some harder training this week to get ready for Brighton. Some will join the squad and go down there. So you can see he's just gonna make a few changes. There has been pretty much confirmation that Henderson will start in the keeping position, which I'll 100% agreed. And also it does seem like a lot of the players who's lacking match sharpness will get game time in this game. It'll be nice to see some youth products come in. I would love to see, say, a Hannibal Mejbri in there. Ethan Laird is another one. I'd love to see them kind of get a run out. I'd love to see Tuanzebe in there. But for me, I think it's going to be a lot of the first team squad being used. He did confirm to say that there's no preseason has been done for some of them, so they need match fitness. So I reckon it's going to be sort of like a friendly, not to disrespect, if you can say, towards the Brighton game, which is more important. But anyway, that's what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had to say. That is my press conference reaction, you can say. For me, the match score prediction, Luton versus Manchester United, will be 2-0. I think we have too much of a quality, with all due respect to Luton. Of course, they are aggressive, hard-working team, fighting until the end. But I think what we're going to play is enough quality on the field to be able to get a result. And I think Dean Henderson being in the goalkeeping position, he'll have to stake his claim. He'll have something to prove, given the fact that he decided to stay at Manchester United and challenge for the #1 spot in regards to David De Gea. And I think that is going to be his game. Clean sheet will be nice. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do drop down your score predictions, and I'll catch you in the match review when the match drops. Take care. Thank you.